install this side in the same. Installing brake pads is very easy. Look, lift the brake wheel cylinder. Align the brake pads between the upper and lower grooves. Push it in. That's it. Then install this side in the same way. Done. 2 new pieces have been installed. Put down the brake cylinder. Install the screws. Then tighten the screws. After tightening the screws, the brake pad of the left front wheel is installed. Next, put the tires back on. After installing the tire, replace the right brake pad in the same way.
Inside the tire is broken. Just spend $10 to get a new one. Solving abnormal car noises is so simple. I am driven for a long time. But never go to a car repair shop. You'll spend $2,000 in vain. Today I will teach you a way to solve it. First, there is an abnormal sound when turning the steering wheel in place. It's the pressure bearing above the shock absorber that's broken. Second, there was an abnormal sound from the chassis when turning around. In fact, the outer ball cage is broken, which can be solved by replacing it. Third, the chassis made abnormal noise when passing the speed bump. It's the balance rod rubber sleeve that lacks lubrication. Just put some butter on it. Fourth, there is an abnormal sound when starting the car. In fact, the belt is loose. Just adjust it a little tighter and it'll be fine. Finally, the car was running faster and there was a woo-woo sound. The sound doesn't go away even when I put it in neutral. That means the wheel core bearing inside the tire is broken. Just spend $10 to get a new one. Solving abnormal car noises is so simple. I am brother.
The brake lights, which is right above the brake pedal. That's it. Turn it clockwise. One end can be taken off. Then press and hold the white buckle. Push hard. And the brake light switch will be removed. This is a new part I just bought. The installation method is very simple. Let's first align this section with the white buckle. Push it in. When you hear a click, this end is installed. Next, insert the thinner section into this small hole. Then twist it clockwise. In this way, the brake light switch is installed successfully. Next, I'll get in the car and turn on the ignition to check if the car can be started successfully. Don't forget to light up the little red heart on the right to support me. Start. Look, the car started smoothly. Go to the back and help me see if the brake light is on.
It's lit.
Function is used skillfully. It will make your driving both fuel efficient and comfortable. Today I tell you, first, when driving in the summer, turn on the air conditioner and open the internal circulation. This way, the cooling effect of the air conditioner is superb. Second, when driving in winter, turn off the air conditioner and turn on the external circulation. This will prevent frost from forming on the glass. And it's extremely fuel efficient. Third, when driving on a rainy day, turn on the air conditioner and external circulation. Turn on the front windshield defogging function. This way, the glass won't fog up easily. Fourth, when there is a traffic jam, turn on the air conditioner and internal circulation. In this way, the exhaust gas from outside the car cannot enter. Have you learned it?
Take a screwdriver and stick it in. Pry it a little to put the sub pump back into place. Okay. Open the wheel cylinder. And the 2 pieces inside are the brake pads. This is the brake wheel cylinder. This is the brake disc. This is a brake pad. When they are clamped, the tires cannot rotate. Just release it and it will turn. Clamped, the tires cannot rotate. Just release it and it will turn. This is how car brakes work. Okay, let's take off these 2 brake pads. Look, these 2 brake pads are so thick that you can still drive at least 3,000 to 4,000 kilometers. But look, there are bumps all over the brake disc. So much so that the brake disc was even worn with a groove. No wonder you hear a harsh squeal when you apply the brakes. In fact, if it is just this kind of unevenness, the abnormal noise can be solved by polishing it with sandpaper. But the repair shop actually asked me to replace it, which was really a scam. But since we have bought new ones, let's replace them.
Drive forward along the parking space line when the rearview mirrors are aligned. Turn the steering wheel full to the right. Reverse the car. When the left rearview mirror sees the corner of the garage, reset steering wheel. Reverse. When the tire comes into contact with the white line, turn the steering wheel full to the left. Continue to reverse. Nice!
Normally, there is no internal connection. Once connected internally, the engine will continuously absorb fuel vapor from the fuel tank, so fuel consumption will increase. Let's check it out. Look! Do you know what this is? It's called the carbon canister solenoid valve. If you feel that your car consumes more fuel than before, or you always smell a smell of gasoline while driving, that's definitely something wrong with it. Don't be fooled in this situation. If you drive into a repair shop, you can't drive it out without $3,000. Today, I will tell you how to solve this problem for $2. Look, the carbon canister solenoid valve is installed in the middle of these two clips. Let's pick it off with our hands. Pull out the plug. Unplug the other side too. Next, press and hold one end of this clip. Unplug this end as well. Okay, this way it's completely taken out. It's very simple, right? One end of this canister solenoid valve is connected to the fuel tank, and the other end is connected to the engine. Normally, there is no internal connection. Once connected internally, the engine will continuously absorb fuel vapor from the fuel tank, so fuel consumption will increase. Let's check it out. Watch my show.
My gosh, how did you do it?
Really awesome, right? In fact, there are tricks to this. I'll tell you a few tricks, so you can drive like me in the future. First, while driving, if there is an obstacle ahead and we need to turn, we only need to keep an eye on the angle between the vehicle's A-pillars when it coincides with the bottom of the obstacle. As long as the steering wheel is turned full, the front of the car will definitely not be scratched. Second, when reversing into a parking space, keep an eye on the C-pillar of the vehicle. When the C-pillar coincides with the taillight of the vehicle next to it, at this time, turn the steering wheel and enter the parking space, and the rear of the car will definitely not be scratched. Third, when exiting the parking space, keep an eye on the front of the car next to you. When the B-pillar is aligned with the front of the car next to you, no matter how you turn, there will definitely the left wheel is about 50 centimeters away. Fourth, when reversing out of a parking space, keep an eye on the A-pillar of the vehicle. When the A-pillar is aligned with the front of the car next to it, no matter how you turn it, there will be no scratching. Fifth, when encountering oncoming traffic on a narrow road, keep an eye on the angle between the A-pillars. When it is aligned with the headlights of the oncoming vehicle, you can pass directly without worrying about scratching the rearview mirror. You can also use the same method when judging the oncoming vehicle on the right. Sixth, what should I do if I keep crossing the line or drifting off track while driving? In fact, we only need to make the angle of the A-pillar coincide with the ground markings. At this time, the left wheel is about 50 centimeters away from the road markings, and it will not deviate. Really practical, right? Don't be fooled in this situation. Usually they... Look, did you see this yellow light? It's the engine fault light. If this light comes on, you go to a repair shop, how much do you think they will cheat you? Don't be fooled in this situation. Usually they will let you change the engine oil, spark plugs, or even clean the entire vehicle's oil lines. Today I tell you how to solve it without spending a penny. Find the battery in the engine bay. The plus sign is the positive pole. The minus sign is the negative pole. Ask Thanos to borrow a wrench. Remove the screw on the negative side. Wait 10 seconds, and then reinstall it. Okay, next tighten the screws.
Also has 4 major uses, especially the last point. It can save lives at critical moments. Save it quickly. You will definitely need it. First, if there is no response after turning on the ignition after getting in the car, usually the starter motor has poor contact. Just give the motor a gentle tap with a tire wrench. Then you can start a fire. Second, when igniting, you can hear the engine running, but it just won't start. Usually the oil pump has poor contact. We just need to take this and knock on the fuel tank, then get in the car and turn on the ignition to start. Third, while driving, I noticed this light on the instrument panel came on. Don't continue to drive it. You should pull over immediately. Then check if the fan is not spinning. If it doesn't turn, let's use this to knock the fan. The problem will be solved. Fourth, if we were stuck in the car and couldn't get out, take it out. Knock the glass hard. You can escape in an emergency. Have you learned it?
90% of people don't know until the car is scrapped. First of all, there is a small hole on the fuel tank cap, which is specially used to put the fuel tank cap. Second, when refueling, forget the gas model. Look here. Third, forgot the direction of the fuel tank cap when refueling. The direction of the triangular arrow is the direction of the fuel tank cap. Fourth, there is a drain hole in the fuel tank cap. We must clean it regularly, otherwise rainwater will enter the fuel tank and cause the car to break down halfway.
It's just that this belt has aged. We just need to rub the soap back and forth on the belt a few times. The sound will disappear. Second, there is a squeaking sound when the brakes are applied. There is no need to go to a repair shop. We just need to find an empty closed road section and apply the brakes suddenly. The sound will disappear. Third, there is a crunching sound when turning the direction. In fact, it is caused by a problem with the top glue of this shock absorber. We just need to pull out the oil dipstick and put a few drops of oil on the top corner. The problem will be solved. Have you learned it? Follow me. There are also 1000 car knowledge on the homepage. You must be too stupid. The car makes some strange noises. You would rather spend $3,000 to go to a repair shop than do it yourself and spend a few seconds solving it. First, the engine makes an abnormal sound when starting. In fact, it's just that this belt has aged. We just need to rub the
First,
soap.
it's the engine check light. If this problem needs to be repaired at a repair shop, they're gonna charge us another damn $3,000. But today I'm going to teach you a little trick that doesn't cost a penny. Quickly double-click to collect. We open the front cabin. Find this battery. The plus sign is the positive pole. The minus sign is the negative pole. Find this screw on the negative side. Unscrew it. Then we pick up the connector. Wait 5 seconds. Install it back again. Tighten the screws. Okay, everything is ready. Now get in the car and ignite it. Let's apply the brake first. Prepare. Ignition. Look, the fault light disappeared. Have you learned this skill? This method is very practical. I am Brother Tong. Follow me. Learn about cars every day. Come guys. Look. Did you see it? This yellow fault light. If this light is on, pull over and park quickly. Save your life.